Hey guys, Chairman here. Usually you guys are looking at these, but today I wanted to do something different for a video I've been planning for a while where I go over the past year because a lot of stuff happened last year and I really want to talk about basically everything that happened. I know it's almost April and it's kind of late, but it's better late than never. 2022 was such an incredible year and there's just so much that went on and happened, and I don't think I ever really talked about it all in one place. Sometimes I would make a video talking about it, sometimes I would stream and talk about it, sometimes I would talk about it on Tressa's channel, sometimes I would tweet about it, and then other times I would just not say anything at all, which is kind of sad. So I just wanted to have a video where I talked about everything that went on last year and kind of go over really quickly. Hopefully this is not going to take too long, but really quickly just talk about my experience in the past year, just all the stuff that's been happening in and around my life with regards to card games. With all that being said, let's just get right to it. So yes, my name is Simu, known as Chairman online. I am an official judge for Bushiroad. I've been an official judge for Bushiroad ever since they started the judge program way back in 2017. So this is my 6th year being a judge. I'm one of the longest tenure judges with Bushiroad. I'm also a level 2 judge. So the way the judge program currently works, basically the entry level judge position is provisional. And then above that is level 1, and at the very top is level 2. The judge program also expands to EU and Asia Oceania. So there's a bunch of provisional level 1 and level 2 judges across the world. Now in North America, there are 3 level 2 judges, and I'm one of those 3. So on one hand, you have Connor, aka Bowstone Sink, Weiss Guru, you know, very knowledgeable about Weiss cards, basically knows nothing about Vanguard other than which girls look cute. Also refuses to judge. He'd rather play. He's a very good player. I still have not seen this man judge, so yeah, that's Connor. And on the other side is Andrew, also known as Kazmania. Fantastic Vanguard expert. Eclipses my Vanguard knowledge by far. He's just a really good rules guy for Vanguard. Also plays Weiss. I think he's pretty active. I think he's level 1 for Weiss. I'm not too sure. But yeah, just like really all-around great guy. I haven't worked with him, but I've definitely met him before. And then he has worked at some events that I wasn't able to work at. So, I mean, I've only heard good things about this guy. So, awesome guy. And then there's me. And I am the only level 2 judge that's level 2 verified for both Vanguard and Weiss Shorts. Obviously, I don't really play Vanguard as much, but I do know most of the Vanguard rulings and all that stuff. Yeah, why was I saying this? Right. So, I started judging for Bushiroad way back in 2017 when they first started the judge program. And it's definitely a huge passion of mine. I really enjoy judging way more than like anything else, honestly. If you had to ask me, with regards to at least English Bushiroad card games, I'm definitely judge first. And then like player second, content creator third. That's kind of how I would order myself. Yeah, and being one of the longest tenured judges, I definitely have a lot of some really cool old judge stuff that I'd like to show off right now. Back in 2017, they didn't have judge promos, but I think in either 2018 or 2019, they started making judge promos as like a reward for judging. So the way the judging or staffing at a Bushiroad event works is you can volunteer or you sign up and they'll pay you, at least in North America. Sorry, EU. You can sign up to judge or staff at the event, but then if you're not an official judge, you just get paid like hourly minimum wage or whatever. But if you are an official judge, there's a few bonus perks you can get on top of that. And one of the bonus perks was judge promos. And they started doing that around the time of Konosuba. So you can see some of my really old judge promos. There we go. First one, Aqua Level 0 PR. I don't think there's very many of this in the world because this was back when, it just started. So I actually don't even know who would own this one. And it's an okay PR. Some people use it. And then the very next season was the GGO one. So this is the GGO Brainstormer. It's actually a pretty good card in GGO. Very, very cool. I have one of these. And then the last one I have right here, you can see is the Bane Dream Kasumi, official judge PR. Yeah, and this was all pre-pandemic. So I'm pretty sure this was like 2018 spring, 2018 fall, 2019 spring, something like that. And I think this is like 2019 fall. Or something around, like basically like 2019. This was all like mostly 2019. So yeah, I have some like really old judge promos. I actually also have some really old judge promos for other games. So some of the older Vanguard judge promos and the buddy fight judge promos. Yeah, I was also a buddy fight judge, probably one of the only buddy fight judges. This is my exalted flag right here for having judged buddy fight through the pandemic and stuff like that. So I've been judging for Bushido for ages. It's just definitely something I really enjoy doing. One of my dreams, as a judge way back then was like, oh, it would be so cool if I could go travel to other regions and judge for other regions. Obviously, I wouldn't want to pay to travel because like it's not worth it. The compensation is definitely not enough. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna try really hard at the judge program. I'm gonna work really, really hard, and maybe one day I'll be such a veteran / like renowned judge that like they'd be willing to fly me out to judge. I wasn't even thinking that big. I was just one other place in North America. If they would let me travel there to judge, that would be like a huge dream come true. Well, that happened last year in 2022. It was the first time ever Bushido extended an invitation and asked me if I was willing to travel to other regionals to judge. Obviously, it would be a compensated trip. And of course I said yes. That's a dream come true. So that's kind of the start of my 2022 year. BSF 2022, they were like, yeah, so we'd like to send you out to judge some other regionals. Which ones would you like to go to? I'm like, I'm just down to go to as many as you guys are willing to send me, right? This is just a dream come true. Like I'm just not gonna put like a limit out there. I was like so excited, and they're like, all right, we'll just send you to all of them. So I went to every single North America BSF 2022. So maybe you guys saw me around. I don't think I was wearing my official judge shirt at that time because it was still in Southern California. I didn't have it on me, but I was definitely there. I was definitely like basically the highest floor judge available. All the rulings more or less went through me. Honestly, just such a huge privilege and really, really cool. Obviously, it wasn't like every single judge got the offer. Like the other level 2s, right? Connor and Andrew, I don't think they got the offer. But I do know a few other judges that were able to get the offer to be flown out. So it's not like a guaranteed thing. It's not like, oh, you become a level 2, then you are like suddenly eligible for this kind of stuff. I would say that it's like a mix of need, right? So I think there was a big need for staffing. There's like a huge staffing shortage at the time. So there's definitely a need. It's a combination of need and also like expertise. For me specifically, because I'm level 2 in both Vanguard and Weiss, and because I'm very knowledgeable in both games, it's a lot more, it's a lot more logical for them to send me to go to an event where I can actually staff both days and be very effective both days, rather than like either Connor or Andrew, who would be really good on one day, like better than me on one day, and then just like not as good as me on the second day, right? Like Connor would be great on the Weiss day, and on the Vanguard day, he'd basically just be a runner. And then I think Andrew's slightly better. I think he knows Weiss rollings pretty well, but still like not at the level of like either me or Connor, right? And so definitely on the Weiss day, he would not be as effective. The fact that I was just so well versed in both games gave me that edge to be able to travel. So one of the reasons why I didn't really talk a lot about being flown out to judge other places was because it wasn't an opportunity given to all the judges, especially like not an opportunity to all the level 2s. So I didn't really want to make like a big deal out of it. And it didn't really feel right to kind of like brag about it in any way, because definitely it wasn't just like something that I mean, obviously I worked hard for it, but it wasn't like it was given to all the people who I think deserved it, the opportunity that is. But, it's been a year at this point. Like, I think everybody knows that I'm being flown out to all these places to judge. It's not really something I need to keep on the down low anymore. So yeah, I guess I just want to come out and be very clear about it. I am being flown out to all these places to judge because of BSF 2022 last year. That was the first time where I really felt like I could judge for the rest of my life. Like judging went from like, oh, this is just something that I do twice a year, in Southern California, and then that's it. It became more of like a, wow, I can actually do this so many times a year, and it just becomes like a huge part of my life and kind of like my identity, even like a bit of my brand, like that's like really cool. I really like this. I can really see myself doing this, for years and years and events to come. Like, it's just something that really gives me energy, and I get a lot of excitement and joy and value out of it. Hopefully that's something that continues. like this season, I've judged San Gabriel, and I am also slated to judge a few other events as well as the online ones, which I will get to in a moment. So BRO 2022 comes along in the middle of the year, and I had already judged the BROs, during the pandemic. So the 2020 and 2021 years, I was judging BRO, one of the level 2 judges. So basically, once again, kind of like in the head judgy position where all the rulings kind of get funneled through me, and I'm able to like answer appeals and all that kind of stuff. So by 2022, I had realized there was a secret tech, because I would judge NA, right? Because that's the one I want to judge. It's during my daytime hours. It's with people that I'm familiar with, and that was just the fun one to judge. But I realized that the Asia Oceania BRO is the night before the NA BRO. And so if I played in the Asia Oceania BRO, and even if I play the whole thing, it ends at like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning for me, I can still sleep like 5 hours and then wake up in time to judge NA. And then even if I make top cut in Asia Oceania, which at that point I've never made top cut in my life, so it's a pipe dream, right? But even if I made top cut, I can just finish judging NA and then immediately get ready to do deck check in Asia Oceania. So I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. So I did that for all 4 events. I think I did that for all the Vanguard. I don't get to play Vanguard a lot usually, so this was like one opportunity to play Vanguard. And then I did it for weiss. And then at that time, Tokyo Revengers had come out pretty recently. The whole Tokyo Revengers think tank in Southern California was brewing that spicy dual laners list. And I was like, I'm down to pilot this. I think this list has potential. And then, yeah, I made top 8 for the first time in my life at a major event. Even though it was online, it was still crazy. I was like super excited, super exhilarating. And then I got knocked out by a friend in top 8, which, unfortunate, but it is still probably the best way to go out, because at least my defeat ensured his victory and his progress to the bracket, so at least I can like cheer him on and stuff like that. So that was just a really fun experience, and it really made me feel like, wow, like this whole year up to now, I've been just like judging events back and forth, and like, oh wow, like weiss is all about judging to me. And then all of a sudden I just like get top 8, I'm just like, I really like playing weiss too. Like winning and playing and competing is also so much fun. I enjoy that so much. So it's like, damn, what a good year. This was before BCS. So I was like, there's no way it can get any better, right? My dream has come true as a judge. I've been able to fly to all these events and judge. Huge dream come true. And then I actually made a top 8 for the first time in my life at a major event. Also a huge dream come true for me as a player. And then later that year, I'm living in Northern California, and the weiss scene here is not great, but I was able to work together with a shop and get a weiss community and a weiss local started at King Kong Games. And that was really cool. We actually had a very consistent local turnout for, like almost a year. Like I would say like 9-10 months. I am no longer working with King Kong Games. That's dead. But I am now at 88 Card House. It's the new local shop here in the East Bay area. So yeah, doing weiss tournaments now 2 times a week, Wednesday and Saturday. Very, very exciting. And I'm the TO and judge of those. And it's just really great to see a community like come together and play these games. It was really cool to see, specifically Card Art, which is the other locals I go to, but like specifically them, and then also just to see all our efforts at revitalizing weiss in the Bay Area come to fruition. Like Card Art had that like gigantic, 43 man like tournament for weissers. Like that's crazy. That's so cool to hear that a card shop in this area was able to hold a tournament that big. It's just really exciting to see this game grow like that. Now I get to be a TO for the first time in my life, because in SoCal there was definitely no shortage of weiss shops and weiss TOs, but up here, finally be able to step into that and running my own tournaments locally, contributing, giving back to the community. I'm like, this is great. And then BCS 2022 comes around, and I'm really excited to judge again, right? So I'm like, I'm going to judge the California one for sure. Go ahead and fly me out to whichever ones you need me for. I'll keep my schedule open. And I'm so excited to judge Worlds because it's going to be in LA. You don't even need to fly me. Like, that's just in state. Like, I'll drive. Just let me judge Worlds. And then they were like, yeah, you're not judging Worlds. I was like, what? It's in LA. It's in my state. I don't even need to travel that far to show up and judge. I can't judge? And they're like, yeah, you can't judge. And honestly, it doesn't really make sense. Even to now, I still don't really understand why I wasn't able to judge. I mean, like, I understand their reasons. It really doesn't really make sense, but you know, it is what it is. I think like it's fine. I'm not like gonna complain too much about it, even though I really enjoy judging and it was something I was really looking forward to. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? But I'm just like, okay, but I actually want to attend Worlds because it's in California. I want to go. If I'm not judging, I don't just want to like show up and then do nothing. That feels kind of sad. So I talked to my boss at Bushido and I was like, okay, if I can't judge at Worlds, I'm gonna at least try to make it to Worlds by playing at a regional. And obviously I'm not gonna like keep trying until I make it. It doesn't seem like very worth it. I'm just gonna play at the one in California because that's kind of like my home turf. And then I'll judge the other ones. You know, you find me out, I'll judge. But then yeah, the California one, I'll just play. I was thinking like I'll just play and I would only play if I got buy cards. Like if I won a shop challenge and got a buy card and went. And then my boss was like, yeah, sure, that sounds good. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, there's no like rule that if you are a judge you can't play. I mean, look at Connor here, just only plays. So I got a buy card for Weiss. I didn't get one for Vanguard, so I didn't play for Vanguard. But yeah, I got one for Weiss. And then showed up at Anaheim with Dual Laner Pachin. And I got second. What? It was the craziest day of my life in 2022. Probably, yeah, actually just the craziest day of my life in 2022. Like, what happened that day? I was just playing out of my mind. I was playing against Tom, really close friend from NorCal. Like, we go to locals together, you know. We play tested together like the week leading up to the tournament. Freaking meet him in finals. Oh man, that was such a cool day. But yeah, and qualified for Worlds. It was really cool. From never making top 8 at any tournament to making top 8 in an online tournament to getting second at a regionals, this all happened in 1 year, guys. 1 year. Before that, no tops, no competitive accomplishments like whatsoever. I think I got like top 16 at like WGP 2019 or something like that. But like it's crazy. To me, it's like really crazy. I still can't believe that happened. So yeah, I went to Worlds and was able to play at Worlds. That was also a fantastic experience. Got 10th. Fortunately, bubbled out. Would have loved to make top 8 there, but you know, it is what it is. So as you can see, 2022 was kind of crazy for me. You know, huge dreams coming true for me as a judge and as a player. Just like huge things that happened, and like I'm really happy about it. I'm really excited, and I really wanted to share that with a lot of people. But then yeah, I'm just like really bad with like making videos about it and posting online and whatever. It's like all over the place. So here it is. That's what happened to me in 2022. 2022 was a crazy year. I had a lot of fun. A lot of cool stuff happened to me. I'm really thankful, really grateful for all the opportunities I was given. Really thankful, I guess, to God, like that it all worked out. Like that's just like so out of my control, but like it's just so fortunate, and I'm just so grateful. So yeah, what's the conclusion here? The conclusion is I have something cool to show off. Ta-da! This is the official judge mat. They're actually giving us judges something kind of cool. Alright, sure, it kind of looks... I mean, you know, this definitely... You know, you can tell that whoever designed this, graphic design was definitely their passion, but it's cool. I really like the official judge. Yeah. I really like the official judge, the logo. It actually looks kind of sick. And then, but yeah, so, if this is, if you want this kind of mat, then, go be a judge. And maybe you can get one of these too. But yeah, just want to show off my official judge mat. I'll be doing future content with this on the, on my desk instead of the Watame mat, just because that's really cool. And I can actually put, cards in like their labeled zones. I think it's really cool that the official judge mat, you know, has the zones, so it's like we could use it as like a teaching mat for like new players and stuff like that. That's really cool. But yeah, I just want to show that off because I got that at San Gabriel BSF, and I was like really excited for it because I'm really excited about judging. I think judging is really cool, and now I finally get to show off. Look how cool judging is. You get cool stuff. So yeah, So yeah, what's up in the future? Yeah, so I will be judging in 2 more BSF events this year. Tentatively, of course, I cannot confirm that I will be there. You know, last minute changes may happen. So basically what I'm saying is, Bushiroad, please don't take me off the flying list for these events. But I am slated to go to BSF Houston and BSF Vancouver. So if you guys are at those locations, go ahead and say hi. I will be there judging both days, and very excited to see you guys. So hopefully this was a fun video. Yeah. Bye.